I think many of you who are interested in soccer other than chess have heard that Cristiano Ronaldo is leaving Manchester United and will now earn money in Saudi Arabia. There's been a lot of talk about this, and on top of it all, there was also a picture of him playing chess with Lionel Messi on the internet. I decided to analyze their game. Let's see how it went. The game was played as part of an advertising campaign for Louis Vuitton. They played on a suitcase which was styled as a chessboard, with the pieces already placed on it. And I managed to reconstruct the whole game from the first move. Let's watch this and then come to the position which is shown in the famous photo. e4 is played by Cristiano. He's rushing towards the opponent's goal. This is his style, c5. Burning Argentinian blood plays its role because Lionel is going for the Sicilian, the Najdorf variation. Najdorf was the famous Argentinian grandmaster who promoted this variation, and it's named after him. Cristiano plays h3. He wants to move the pawn to g4, and g6, this is the dragon variation. Such a mixture. And here for some reason Ronaldo decided not to play g4, what would be quite logical, but g3. It's a mix of plans. Knight c6, bishop e3. It's kind of dribbling. He wanted to play g4, h3 was an active distraction, and then hop in g3. Cristiano confused his opponent. Okay, let's move on. Bishop g7, bishop g2, castling, castling. This is a gradual development. Knight d7, b3. This is the move that not everyone can understand. It's some kind of deep prophylaxis. Well, you can say that he's older than Lionel. Cristiano is 37. He's playing with a margin of safety. It's prophylactic against knight e5, knight c4, so that the pawn and bishop stay safe. Plus, he probably wants to play c4. All in all, this is such a deep strategic move, but there's a flaw here in the form of weakening this diagonal. Lionel plays d4, exchanging, and b6. He wants to develop his bishop. Ronaldo plays knight d5, bishop e7, c4. He's fully realized his plan, and you know that famous stance of his reminds me of this position. Just move this pawn to f3, and it's like he's getting ready to shoot a free kick. It's very much like soccer. e5. It's a kind of block against the free kick. The queen's attacked, queen e3, and now b5. He doesn't take the d5 knight right away, he decides to undermine that knight's support first. It's kind of a trip. Rook c1, captured, and bishop takes d5. He knocked this knight out and now the d6 pawn is not backward. Basically, the position is about even. a5, running up the curb. Rook c1, knight c5. The blockade prevents the rook from advancing, but Cristiano wants to break into the penalty box. He plays a3 to eliminate that defender. And on f5, b4. After this, he breaks sharply into the penalty area, attacking the d6 pawn. f4 follows, counterattack. Cristiano takes the pawn and plays queen e6 check. White already has a big advantage. Lionel was wrong to choose this plan with f5, f4. He should have prevented White's invasion. But in the end, we have what we have. White takes the pawn. They're up a pawn, and they also have a great bishop. And you can see with the naked eye that White has great initiative. The ball is literally one step away from going in the goal. It's a one-on-one. That's what I'd call it. But it's not always successful. Queen g5. The goalkeeper goes towards the striker. King h1. It's a little prophylaxis. f3 was threatening. On f3, bishop f1. Knight f6, and here queen e6 is played by Cristiano. This is not the most accurate decision. He wanted to attack the rook, but it was better to return to the defense. When I play soccer, they always tell me, Max, get back in defense, stop standing in front of the opponent's goal. Cristiano lacked that advice. Get back faster and play queen g3 to keep his king a little safer. Instead, he plays queen e6, standing at the opponent's goal. King g7 follows, rook c7. Sometimes it looks like he's about to kick the goal, but the king hides. He runs forward. It's really like time is running out, but in fact, black is down a pawn. The game is coming to an end, and the goalkeeper has to run forward, which is what Lionel Messi does. He moves his king forward. Queen e1, rook a2, all the pieces go on the attack. The last chance, and after rook e7, a beautiful knight g4. Lionel literally kicks overhead. Knight takes f2 threatens, and of course we can't let that happen, so Cristiano Ronaldo takes the knight, but after this, the queen h4 check follows. Cristiano has nothing to do but retreat to g1. Lionel takes the pawn. Ronaldo has to play in king h1, and here queen h4 check. And here after king g1, this is the position we see in the picture. Lionel thinks what he should do. He's down a piece, he has the initiative, but after weighing the pros and cons, he realizes that there's nothing more than perpetual check. So he has to content himself with this. He announces a few more checks and the game ends with repetitive moves. The two legends end the game with dignity. You might be wondering, how did I manage to reconstruct this game? It's very simple. It didn't come out of thin air. We all know that Cristiano Ronaldo is friends with Magnus Carlsen, so he decided to follow in his footsteps. They took the game of Magnus Carlsen versus Hikaru Nakamura. This game was played at the 2017 Norway chess tournament in Stavanger. It ended up with just such a nice draw. The world champion Magnus Carlsen commented on this picture, "Second greatest rivalry of our time, mimicking the greatest," referring to his game against Hikaru Nakamura. This game wasn't really played though. They were shot separately and then photoshopped together to pretend that they were playing against each other, but it's all just an illusion. I hope that someday they'll fight at the chessboard in reality. And what do you think, dear friends? I hope you like the game and that we'll see the same kind of match in the World Finals, a hard and suspenseful one, until the very end. The match between Argentina and Portugal, where the two legends will most likely play their last World Cup. Write in the comments below, who do you think will be the champion? Do you think they have a chance at all? And I thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Give this video a like and don't forget to hit the bell button as well to make sure you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Keep playing and studying chess, and I'll see you very soon.